Hello friends, in this lecture we shall discuss minor as a customer. First of all, who is a minor? Friends, in India, any person with less than 18 years of age is called a minor. Under Majority Act 1875, a person who is domiciled in India and has less than 18 years of age will be called a minor. And this rule applies on those persons also whose guardians are appointed by court. So those persons where guardian is appointed by court, in those cases also the age criteria is less than 18 years. Now, what is legal capacity of the minor? Friends, under Section 11, Indian Contract Act 1872, minor is not competent to contract. So this is legal capacity of the minor. This means any contract with minor is void ab initio. So when contract is made with minor, agreement is entered into with minor, then that is illegal from the very beginning. Void, illegal, ab initio, from the very beginning. And minor cannot incur any liability under such contract. So even if he enters into such a contract, he does not incur any liability. And in such cases, this type of contract cannot be enforced in a court of law. This means suit cannot be filed on the minor in a court of law on the basis of a contract made with him, because that contract is illegal from the very beginning. So this is legal capacity of the minor. Legal status of transactions with minor. So minor may enter into different type of transactions with the different persons. What will be legal status of those transactions? So first transaction is agent. Friend, minor cannot appoint agent because he is not competent to contract. But minor can be appointed agent by some competent person. So minor can be appointed as agent, but minor cannot appoint agent. And when minor is appointed agent, whatever action he takes, liability for those actions will be that of the principal. So the person who appointed him agent, he will be liable for the actions of minor as agent. Now second transaction, nomination. Minor cannot make nomination. So minor cannot nominate. But minor can be nominated. So minor cannot make nomination, but minor can be nominated. So an account holder can nominate a minor. And when he is nominated, then account holder has to disclose name of the person who will get payment on behalf of minor. So whenever minor is nominated, the account holder who is nominating him has to disclose name of that person who will get payment on his behalf. Then loan. Friends, for such loan, minor does not incur any liability. So if loan is given to minor, then he is not liable on that, so he has no personal liability. In that case, the loan cannot be recovered from minor. The loan cannot be recovered even from his guarantor. So if loan is given to minor, then he does not incur any liability. So that cannot be recovered from him or from his guarantor. But there is an exception. If loan is given for necessities of life, then that loan can be recovered from property of the minor. So when loan is given for necessity of life, it can be recovered from his property. Now, rectification. Rectification means confirmation. Minor cannot confirm a contract on becoming major. So when a person becomes a major, he cannot confirm a contract which he entered into as minor. So if minor enters into some contract and on becoming major, he confirms that contract, he cannot do it. And if he do it, then that is not legally valid. So whenever he is doing that type of rectification, he will not be liable on that. So that rectification will not have any legal validity. Now, partnership. Friends, minor cannot become partner because he is not competent to contract. But to take benefits, to avail benefits of partnership, he can be admitted in a partnership with consent of existing partners. So he can be admitted in a partnership to avail benefit of partnership but with consent of existing partners. And when he is admitted in this manner, he is not a partner. On becoming major, he has to disassociate himself. If he does not disassociate himself, then he will be deemed to be a partner. So whenever he becomes a major, he has to disassociate himself from the partnership. If he does not disassociate, he will be treated a partner, and in that case his liability will begin from the date when he was admitted for benefits. So he started availing these benefits. From this date, he will become liable as a partner in case he does not disassociate himself. And the time limit for disassociation is 6 months. And this 6 months starts from date of majority or the date when he came to know, whichever is earlier. Now, Negotiable Instrument Act. Friends, as per section 26 of Negotiable Instrument Act, minor can draw a check or bill of exchange, he can endorse it, he can negotiate. So under Negotiable Instrument Act section 26, he can draw, he can endorse, he can negotiate a check. But in case of dishonor, he does not incur any personal liability. So if that check is dishonored, then minor is not liable for that, so he cannot be sued in a court. So this was legal status of different transactions with minors. Now, guardianship. So property of the minor. So here we are talking about guardianship of property of the minor. Friends, minor can own property including bank account. Minor can have property, immovable property, movable property or bank account. And his or her guardian can deal with his property but for his benefit. For minor's benefit, the guardian has the authority to deal with that property. Then who can be a guardian? So guardians fall into 3 different categories. First, the natural guardians. Second, the testamentary guardians. So those guardians who are appointed through will. So they are known as testamentary guardian. So will is testament, and guardian appointed through will is a testamentary guardian. And third one is legal guardian. So legal guardian is appointed by court. And as regards the role priority, so first, natural guardian. If natural guardian is not available, then testamentary guardian. If testamentary guardian is not available, then legal guardian. So the order of priority will be like this only. Friend, guardianship of different minors. So first of all, Hindu minors. Who is guardian of a Hindu minor? So Hindu minor we will classify into two categories. One category is boy or unmarried girl, and other category is married girl. So here we deal with boy and unmarried girl. So in these cases, father is the natural guardian or father is the guardian. On death of father, or if father changes his religion, then mother becomes the guardian. So father is the guardian. On his death or change of religion, mother will become the guardian. During lifetime of father, mother can open bank account without any permission or intervention of father. When father is alive, in that case also mother can open bank account, and for that no need for permission from father, and in that account father cannot have any type of intervention. So this is as per Supreme Court judgment as per this case, RBI versus Geetha Hariharan. Now, guardian of Hindu minor married girl. Husband of that girl is guardian. But if husband is a minor or husband has expired, in that case father-in-law will be the guardian. So in case of Hindu minor married girl, husband is the guardian, but if husband is minor or husband himself has expired, in that case father-in-law is guardian. Now, guardianship of Muslim minors. So in case of Muslim minors, father is the guardian, and if father expires, then testamentary guardian as per will of the father. But if there is no will, then grandfather will become the guardian. So father is the guardian. On death of father, the testamentary guardian as per will of the father. If there is no will, then grandfather. And if grandfather is not available, he has also expired, then there will be legal guardian. So in case of Hindus, mother cannot become guardian automatically, but through will she can be appointed testamentary guardian, so she can also be appointed legal guardian. Now, bank accounts of minor. So minors can have two types of bank accounts. One account we call self-operated account, the account which he opens himself and operates himself. What are features of this account? Minimum age should be 10 years as per RBI, and he should be able to sign. So this is the eligibility criteria. He can open saving bank account as per IBA recommendation. In this saving bank account, overdraft